said the only constant is change in college football, but over more than 150 years, there have been some things that you can count on. If you can run the football, you have a chance to win. And boy, do we have guys who can do that in this one. Welcome to Winston-Salem, North Carolina, home to the Wake Forest Demon Deacons. As we'll see a squad from the ACC, the Georgia Tech Yellow Jackets, taking on another team from the ACC, the Wake Forest Demon Deacons. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by a couple of legends, and yes, we do use that term loosely. David Pollack from the University of Georgia and former Gator Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get down to the field. On the move from inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. So Wake Forest offense takes the field for the first time today. We have got a tremendous matchup between these two running backs, both stars in their own right, and David, both ready to make a huge impact.
I mean, how fun is it to have two guys, one on each side, when they have the football, like they can go the distance. Just dynamic speed, great vision. These defenses are in trouble because these guys can touch it a bunch of different ways, and Palmer, they can hit home runs from anywhere on the field.
And I think what makes them really unique too, David, is that they're very versatile guys. Both guys can run between the tackle box. They can take it outside. They can both catch the football as well. So no doubt the game plan for both offenses, feed the running back as many different ways as possible and just let him go to work.
He'll do it himself. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Yeah, and a great job by the defense, holding the line of scrimmage, playing downhill, playing responsibility football, making sure they shut down that option play.
And the Demon Deacons are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. They turn to the passing game on 3rd and short. If the quarterback's a little more on target there, maybe they hook up, but it's an incompletion.
Well, they try to throw for it there on 3rd down on the opening drive of the game. They don't get it, but let's punt the ball away. Let's trust our defense. And, guys, let's also trust this home field advantage and the crowd to get loud and make it real difficult on our opponent.
Punt is on its way. Makes the catch, wants to make a move upfield. And he'll work his way on the return out to the 35-yard line before he stopped. So Georgia Tech's offense has its first opportunity of the day. Guys, if you listen closely, I think you can hear the jawing going already between this cornerback and wide receiver. What a matchup, Jesse, it's going to be between those. It's a running room. There he goes. He's at the 30. A massive pickup on that one, and they're in business at the 21.
This guy strikes fears into the hearts of every defensive coordinator, David, with that speed. If you give this guy any open grass, man, he's gone.
It's just silly. Look at the angles, people trying to catch him, but he's got so much juice. He can outrun those angles and make enormous plays.
Looking for a man, it's King. And that defensive penetration gave him no chance, and he is ridden out of bounds. They'll decline the penalty here and let the result of that play stand. Line getting set on 2nd down. Wants to go up top. Trying to set up the screen. And it's pretty obvious there was a big hole in that screen, and the defense ran right through it.
Well, they're trying to set up the screen pass to the running back, just nowhere to go after he caught the football. The defense completely swarmed around him, and that's a loss.
And the Yellow Jackets are way behind the sticks on this 3rd and forever. From the gun, wants to pass. Bringing the heat. Nowhere to go with the ball, and down he goes at the 39.
If I'm a play caller right here, I'm a little bit frustrated, and I say that because I can't take a sack here. A sack might take 3 off the board for me. I got to understand the situation. I got to get the ball out, try to make a play, but most importantly, don't make a negative play.
So they're going to send out the field goal unit to try a long one. He says he's got a big leg. He's going to have to show it from 56 yards out. Splits the uprights from 56, and he's got 3 on the board.
I'll tell you, this is not an easy place to play on the road, especially at nighttime. This crowd, they get loud. That's the way it's been so far, but they have a nice drive to open it up. They're able to execute. They put themselves in field goal range, knock it through the uprights. They did exactly what they needed to do, taking a 3-0 lead here early on the road. That's impressive.
He'll start the return inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. This drive will start from the 19-yard line. Not much working there. It'll be 2nd and 9. Looking to fire. With the catch, it's Hernandez. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
Well, it's a nice job by the defender. They're closing the gap with the wide receiver. They're going to complete the hitch pass, but he's able to run right up on him, get him to the ground for a minimal gain.
The Demon Deacons come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep this drive moving. Wants to throw on 3rd. Gets rid of it. Makes the catch. It's Hernandez. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38. And on that 3rd and short, I don't think he was unhappy to see that zone.
Nope, it's a great job by the offense. Hey, see where the holes in the zone are? Sit down. You only need a little bit of yards on this 3rd down. Get the conversion. Move the sticks.
Looking to throw on 1st down. Bought a little time, lets it go. The short hands, it's Hernandez. Found a little bit of room to operate, but he'll be stopped just short of the first down.
And frankly, if that's a completion, it's not going to make the end-of-season highlight reel, but in this game, it could lead to a highlight reel type play. The offensive coordinator may be setting something big up for later in the game.
Looking for room, it's Claiborne. Tackle is made at the 48. It's a pickup of 5 and enough for the first down.
Well, obviously, the offense went 3 and out on their last drive. They're having a little bit more success here. That was a nice run, and I think that's the key, guys. If they're able to run the football, they're going to be able to stay on the field. And I think that's something you want to think more about if you're the play caller on offense.
Looking downfield on 1st down. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on.
I don't even know if the offense is aware that they have other eligible targets downfield. It feels like every single throw early in this game has gone this guy's way.
What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Couldn't connect on 1st down, now back to the air. Looking for a big gain. Makes the grab. Just carving up this defense and getting it down to the 24.
They say tight ends are a quarterback's best friend in the pass game because think about it. The tight end's the guy lined up closest to the quarterback, which means generally those are the easiest throws a quarterback has. You saw it on that play.
That's the end of the period, and Georgia Tech has the lead. And we've reached the end of one. Before we move on, let's take a look at our stats so far. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game as we open the 2nd quarter. So after the break, they'll go back to work. Rides the back and leaves it on the option. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
It's an offense that takes pride in being physical. They try to get it going on the ground, but no gain on that one.
Just nowhere to run. Not a lot of wiggle room for the ball carrier.
This defense came in knowing that they had to match their physicality. Let's see if they can keep it up.
Gonna sling it on second down. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
This offensive line's got to do a better job. I mean, he doesn't even have time to go through his progressions. You got to give your QB some time. You got to make him feel comfortable. They didn't. They got in there quick, fast, and in a hurry.
Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. Under heavy pressure, lets it fly. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. Fourth down coming up.
Once you start to get down here towards the goal line, it's so much more difficult to throw the football. And you really want to stretch the defense sideline to sideline and use your speed and take advantage of the grass when you see it. They try to take a little bit of a shot down the field unsuccessfully. Nice job by this defense.
Splits the uprights right down the middle. And, guys, that 3-ball has us all tied up here in the second.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
And we're all square as he's set to kick it away. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. They'll get this drive going from the 17. That's reeled in. It's Rutherford. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play.
You see it more and more. Smaller wide receivers, I don't care about their size anymore. I put them in the slot. I let them get a good matchup. They're so quick, people can't get their hands on them. They make plays, and I feed them the football. These are guys that have a lot of catches throughout a season.
Quarterback on the keeper. Got the first down and still on his feet. Oh, and he ruins the big gator with a fumble. That football must be riveted to your rib cage. How can you let it go? At least they fell on it. From the 39-yard line, it's 1st and 10. The give to the back. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. Ocean from the wideout. Off the play fake. Just can't pull the trigger, and the quarterback is sacked at the 41. On that play action fake, the action was the quarterback got clobbered after he faked the handoff.
Yeah, it definitely didn't work. The fake is supposed to be the most important part of that, to try to get the guys to suck up just for a second. But you could tell the offensive line, they weren't able to hold their blocks. Defense got to them and got the sack.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. To the air, it's King. Finds his big tight end. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short.
One of the things I love about this defense is they just have such great awareness, and they're always communicating. They understood the down and distance. They knew exactly what they needed to do to make the tackle to force the punt. That is so well done.
And the offense will stay on the field. Do you think they're just going to try to make the defense jump? Runs through. Turning on the Jets. Good pick up there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41. Not even a moment of anxiety in that decision. 4th and 1? Yep, we're going.
Well, this isn't even a discussion in the headset. Like, this is automatic, autopilot. Like, 4th and 1, we're going for it every single time.
The Yellow Jackets are moving quickly down the field. Caught behind the line. It's Rutherford. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few. And here comes the offense on 2nd down. Back to pass. Flips it out on the screen. Down to the 30-yard line where he stopped after a gain of 5, and that will be a first down.
And a great job by the QB finding the running back, getting the football where he can do some damage after the catch, and most importantly, get the first down.
And the Yellow Jackets will snap it on 1st and 10. They won't have time to run another play, and we will take it to the 2-minute timeout. It'll be 1st and 10 from the 30. Wide receiver comes in motion. Just going to keep it after the snap. And just wedges it ahead a bit before he's brought down.
Well, they try to go quarterback design run on that play, but the defense just not buying it. Nice job, everybody playing downhill and making a tackle close to the line of scrimmage.
Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. He'll pull it on the read. Turning it on. Got the first down and more. And he'll finish the run and the end zone. Touchdown, Yellow Jackets.
And you see the option being such a pain in the behind of the best programs in college football. When you got quarterbacks that have those multiple options, they're making you play very disciplined, and the QB takes it himself, gets in for the score.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. So a drive there of 84 yards, and he finished it with a scintillating 28-yarder to the house. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. On the run from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. He'll keep it himself. A most efficient pickup of 6 on first down. It's 2nd and 4. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. And the Demon Deacons can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Got it in the middle. It's Claiborne. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a first down.
I like the running back there on the route and the patience he showed, really setting it up. He got to the defender. He was able to put his foot in the ground, get some separation, catch it, and turn upfield for the first.
Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. Wants to throw on first down. Makes the grab over the middle. Makes the grab, but not quite enough for the first down, but a good gain on that play. Timeout called by the offense, and now they just have 1 remaining in the half. 2nd and short, maybe looking for a shot. Snagged out of the air. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the first down.
Now, I know that completion isn't a touchdown. It's not a deep play deep down the field, but how about the strong hands by that receiver making that catch? He made that look pretty routine. He had that DB draped all over him and still was able to help this offense get positive yards.
Throws to the wideout. It's caught. Shoved out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 15-yard line, and this offense is doing work.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
This offense has been sluggish to say the least, but finally they're on the move on 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Finds his big tight end. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening.
And that's why they got to keep running the football, man, because play action is going to be a big part of this game plan. You've got to get this tight end over the middle of the field vertically and give him an opportunity, because you just saw how dangerous he is after the catch.
And this offense has a chance to pull even as we get deep in the first half. defense trying to hold on to. And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9. The offense will quickly use a timeout. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Wants to go up top. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion.
This offensive line is going to have to shore up this pass pro, guys. The last play they took a sack. This one they allow a hit on the QB, which forces the incompletion. 3rd down, you're going to be throwing it right here, you think, so O-line's got to step up.
On 3rd and goal, they'll try to throw it in. Snagged in the middle, it's Hernandez. And the defense able to get him down, and that should bring us to the end of the half. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Thanks, guys. What a scene there in Winston-Salem. What a fine performance we've seen. And yes, football is a game of inches, but man, is that really the case when you consider the length of some of these possessions. Look, I'm not an analytics guy, but I do know this. The team that sustains drives and just moves the sticks might be the team that comes out on top today. And with that, let's send it back to the guys at a Legacy Stadium.
The Demon Deacons will kick it off to start the second half. And he takes this from inside the 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. They'll open the second half on the ground. Just gets it to the 20, a pickup of 1.
And that run really didn't go anywhere, and a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Back to pass, it's King. Throws for the tight end. Wide open downfield. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line.
Gotta like that big, reliable security blanket. And that's what tight ends are a lot of the times. They're just usually big, huge guys that if I throw it anywhere near him, he's gonna pluck it, catch it, and give me some positive yards.
They'll snap it from the 39, 1st and 10. He'll do it himself. The ball's free. Sometimes the ball just bounces your way, and the offense very lucky to keep possession on that one.
Man, those are so frustrating when you're a defense and you swarm to the football and you stick the quarterback and you make him cough it up just to have the other team recover it again and you don't get it. Still a good stick, still a good physical play. Keep hitting that quarterback.
Back to pass on 2nd down. Catch in the middle, it's Rivers. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
I think really good wide receivers do a good job of making every route kind of look the same. You could tell this looked like a vertical route. So if I'm a DB, I'm bailing, and all of a sudden he sits that hitch down. Nice job by the wide receiver creating enough separation to create a positive gain.
On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31.
For this defense, man, to get back into the game, we talked about it at half. They got to pressure the quarterback. They got to force some sacks, and they do it. On this first drive, they get to him. They get him on the ground. Nice job by this defense.
The Yellow Jackets will punt it away on 4th down. They'll boot it into the night sky for the first time. Fields the punt and tries to find an opening. They'll get down and put a stop to the return at about the 28-yard line. Let's see if they can put together a drive starting from their own 28. Reads it, fires complete. Wide open spaces. Put it right on him. Sweet play, good pickup, and they'll move the chains with the first down.
Yeah, and what a nice job seeing it, reacting, and throwing it. When you run these RPOs, you want to read the defense really quickly. Is he playing run? Okay, boom, I'm going to throw the slant right behind him. Nice job by the QB.
Big play out of the gate to start this drive, and here they come again. They'll run it from the gun. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Gonna run it. It's Claiborne. This freshman makes the stop after a short gain.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down, and they got to keep that up here in the second half.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. A strike downfield. And you can see the offense just feeling itself. They've got it down to the 21.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws. They're just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right there.
Looking to throw on first down. The quarterback can make a big play when he starts moving around. Really good running, gets it into the red zone, and they'll have it at the 16.
I think he did a really good job, first of all, keeping his eyes downfield. You could see he wanted to throw the football. But when it's not there, don't force it. Tuck it down, get some positive yards.
And the Demon Deacons have moved it inside the 20. Quarterback on the keeper. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
I think a lot of quarterbacks like those defenses that will be passive and let it slowly develop. Nah, this defense, you could tell, they were aggressive and attacking, and it really paid off.
Here comes a 3rd down situation, and the defense hasn't been able to slow them down. Pressure coming. He's got him wrapped up. The #1 job is to protect your quarterback, and they weren't able to do it long enough that time.
This offensive line, Reese, they've got to do a better job communicating pre-snap and try and figure out which people on defense are going to be rushing the passer. Right now, this offense just looks confused up front.
And they'll send the field goal team back out for the 2nd time tonight. The kicker will try to punch one through from 41 yards away. Guys, we've reached the end of the quarter, and Georgia Tech has the lead. 3 quarters are in the books. Time becomes a factor both in trying to hold the lead or cut into it as we take a look at the stats. Here comes the 4th. Time to see who steps up, who makes the winning plays to take home that W. And now on 4th down, they will put it on the shoulders of the kicker to save them with his foot. Absolutely perfect. That'll bring him to within 4.
And I think I understand the thought process of the offense here. You cut into the lead. Now a touchdown wins it. I might have stayed a little bit more aggressive, but they obviously trust their defense, and they're trying to get the football back to this offense and try to make plays late in the 4th quarter.
The returner's going to try to see what he can get. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So they start this drive from inside their own 20 at the 19-yard line. Not much there. Picks up a couple to the 22.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. He'll pull it on the read. And they'll bring him down after a short pickup.
And that's exactly what the defense wants you to do. Go east-west, and the quarterback gets strung out, doesn't pull the trigger and really make a decision. You'd like to see him stick his foot in the ground, get north-south, get more of a plus yardage on this play. Nice job by the defense.
Coming to the line of scrimmage on 3rd down. Dropping back, it's King. Quick strike complete. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a 1st down. Boy, the defense really needed to get off the field there, and they just couldn't do it, and it's a fresh set of downs.
Man, that hurts. When you're trailing late in the ball game, you need those stops, and you get them to 3rd down. You get them to those critical points. Now they get the 1st down. You don't have many left. You better get aggressive.
The give on the option. Just willed his way for a couple out to the 35.
And I'll tell you what, it's really nice at this point in the game if you can lean on your run game. When you have the lead, you've got the football late in the game, you can chew that clock and start to really make that defense have a little bit of panic.
Got 3 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 7. Tight end now in motion. From the gun, running back on the move. Just sort of a relentless run, getting everything that was available to him, and they'll mark him down at the 40.
And talking to coaches this week, that's their guy. The running back is the guy they feel the most confident in. So I expect down the stretch, when you got a lead in this football game, you're going to keep hammering away with your best player.
They'll try to get it through the air. Quarterback doing what he does best. He can move.
You know, one of the things I hated as a quarterback was the blitzes from the inside linebackers, because those guys end up in your hip pocket quickly. It's really hard to step into throws when you've got inside linebackers bringing the heat.
And the Yellow Jackets send out the punt unit. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Couldn't get away from that cover team, and they've got him down at the 23. This drive opens up at the 23-yard line. Direct snap. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Yeah, and this offense has to find a way to run the football. They got to get more creative, whatever that looks like for this offense, something to jumpstart them, because nothing really going on the ground.
Yeah, defensively, though, you got to give them credit, too, because they knew that physically they were going to try to be challenged up front. That was a big MO for this offense coming into it. But the defense, they've risen to the occasion. Their front 7 has dominated this entire game.
Got a man. It's Claiborne. Works his way out to the 33-yard line before he's pushed out of bounds.
Yeah, and you see running backs in today's football, they play wide receiver basically for you, but you got to find a guy that you can throw it to, and you know he's going to catch the ball consistently.
The Demon Deacons come to the line trying to find a way to convert on 3rd and very short. They'll stick to the ground looking for the marker. All they needed was a few inches, and the defense was not having it.
How about this defense rising to the challenge? Focal point number 1, stopping the great running back. Check. How do we do it? Being physical at the line of scrimmage, getting off blocks, not missing a lot of tackles. They have checked all of those boxes and shut this dude down.
The kick is on its way. Perhaps feeling that coverage coming, signals for the fair catch and makes it at the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Got room to work. Pressure all over the quarterback, and down he goes at the 24. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. They gave up the sack on 1st down. Now it's 2nd and 11. Smart move to keep it on the ground. It's a seam wide open. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible.
Really nice job by the running back here in the 4th quarter, picking up that 1st down. They need him now. They've got the lead, but not by a lot. Late in the game, they need him to play his best football at a moment.
Oh, he's getting ahead of steam. They finally wrestle down the senior, but not before he picks up some valuable ground. The defense calls the timeout, and that's their last one of the half. They'll run the option. Now the toss. Oh, I'm out of space. They'll finally make the tackle, but that option was executed to perfection. Finally, some signs of life from this offense, which has done nothing in the second half. It's 1st and 10. Looks like the offense will just take a knee.